I was just subbing my YouTube videos when the laptop just blacked out. Hey, good morning. So this week has been really chaotic because my laptop's SSD died. So my whole laptop is gone, all the data in the laptop is probably gone also. The current status is that my laptop is with Lenovo repair service, but they are taking forever to get back to me on the real issue and how to fix it. So yep, I don't have a laptop with me right now, and that's making me feel really anxious and stressed out because I can't work properly without my laptop. I'm doing more wet lab stuff this week because I don't have a laptop with me, so we are going to head into lab now. The world doesn't stop spinning because of you. Anyway, I'll explain more about the issue later. Let's head into lab now. So yeah, it was honestly a pretty horrifying experience to even think about. Basically, my laptop suddenly blacked out, and to be fair, it had done that many times since the day I bought it, but usually only for a split second before recovering on its own. But on Sunday, it blacked out again, and this time the SSD couldn't be detected. You know, the part that stores all your files, documents, and applications? Yeah, that one. At first, I didn't think too much of it. I assumed it was just a minor issue and everything would be fine once the SSD was recognized again. But no matter what I tried, the laptop just wouldn't work. In the end, I had to send it to Lenovo Repair Center, and that's when they told me the SSD was likely corrupted and they weren't able to recover any of the data on my laptop. I just called Lenovo to give me an update of my laptop repair status, and they were unable to give me an update. Because I also don't know why they are unable to give me an update. They said they will call me back, they will need to check. Oh, it's very annoying. Anyway, now I'm gonna pick colonies and then inoculate them in LB broth. Then extract plasmid from them tomorrow, as well as run a DNA gel before I call it a day. Yep, it's so annoying. But yep, let's do it. I left the laptop with them for a proper diagnosis and repair, but I still have no idea what's taking so long for them to get back to me. On the bright side, I do have a habit of manually backing up my data. On the downside, I don't do it very regularly, and since it's a manual backup, everything was only saved to my external hard drive. The last time I backed everything up was in February, which means I'll lose anything created after that. Not exactly the end of the world, but definitely frustrating to deal with. These are the bands. Anyway, since my laptop was down and I didn't have the software I needed for my PhD work of video editing, I decided to take the evening off and have dinner at one of my PhD friends' house.
Actually, this is a great idea. I don't know. Now I don't know why. All my life I take out like one piece by one piece, and then I go and chop. Oh my.
I'm a non-existence. She recently rented a small apartment on her own, so we cooked dinner together. We talked about PhD, about life, about relationships. It felt comforting to know that all these not so positive feelings weren't something I was carrying alone. Well, I guess something good did come out of this tragic incident after all.
Right, oh my god, it adds up. It adds up, you know, like that. I'm going to year 1 to year 2.
Just to give a little update on my laptop, so I sent my laptop to Lenovo for servicing on Monday. They told me they would get back to me after 2 working days, but they never did. So I was kind of pissed off because I needed my laptop to do work, and so my mom and I, we spammed call Lenovo. Finally, they gave us a response. The good news is that my SSD card was not damaged, they just needed to reformat it and I'm able to get my laptop back tomorrow. But the bad news is that after they reformatted, all the data in my laptop will be wiped out. So I contemplated whether to take my laptop out to another shop to try and recover the data, but they couldn't guarantee that they are able to recover it. So given that I have backed up most of my data, and then I'll probably be losing 2 to 3 weeks worth of negative data for my PhD and some video footages as well as my Premiere Pro editing template, I decided to just proceed with the reformatting. So I'll be able to collect my laptop back tomorrow. Oh, in case you're curious what happened to my laptop, I don't know either. I was just subbing my YouTube videos when the laptop just blacked out. My SSD couldn't be detected. I tried to Google a solution. I asked my computer science friend, I asked my brother who's studying computer engineering. I even brought it to the IT department in my mom's office and none of them were able to resolve my problem, and so I had to send it to Lenovo. So that is the sad story of what happened to my laptop. Moral of the story is to always back up your data. So we are finally going to collect our laptop back tomorrow. So see you guys tomorrow. I just got my laptop back and this whole thing is reformatted so it looks like a new laptop. So I had to set everything up again, which I'm kind of annoyed at, but well, I'm going to head back to lab now. I'm super hungry, so I need to have some lunch first. So after this horrifying incident, I immediately bought extra storage on Google Drive and uploaded everything from my hard drive onto it. From now on, I'll probably just work directly from the cloud instead. Because imagine if I hadn't backed any of my PhD data and the laptop died completely. That would have been an absolute nightmare. I genuinely think I might have quit school if that happened. Thank God most of my data was still recoverable. What annoyed me more was having things out of my control. I am someone who likes to have things under control, so this whole week felt especially chaotic. Everything seemed to go out of control: data loss, laptop repairs, not being able to work or edit videos. But life has definitely taught me how to deal with uncertainty. The me a few years ago would have broken down, stayed angry at everything and kept complaining until the situation was fixed. But instead, I went for runs, exercised, spent time with friends, figured out a better system for backing up my data, and focused on solving the problem. So I just came back from the gym and then I'm preparing to meet my primary school friend. In case you have not heard of the story before, I know my primary school friend since kindergarten. So we were from the same kindergarten, same primary school, same secondary school, same junior college and same university. And yep, until now we still keep in contact. And I told her that this week I'm not feeling it, so I want to have some good food. So we're gonna have lunch at this cafe at Spring Leaf. And yeah, so this week I'm in a very bad mood because of my laptop issues. So I ran a total of 3 times and then I went to the gym just now. I guess I feel slightly better after releasing all that negative energy from me. So right now we're gonna head to the cafe and see you guys at the cafe. Just subbing my YouTube video and then suddenly the laptop blacked out. And then I guess sometimes life forces you to slow down when you don't want to. This week didn't go the way I planned at all, but maybe that was the point. I lost some files, wasted some time, and felt frustrated. But I also got reminded that I can handle difficult things better than I used to. Maybe growing up is realizing that not everything will be in your control and still being okay with it. Blow your face out. So yeah, back up your files, appreciate your SSD, and don't wait for disaster before buying cloud storage. Lesson learned the hard way. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.